Hey viewers, my name's Kara. I'm your host for Tuesdays on the Pagan Perspective, and this week we are talking about ritual clothing and nudity. Right now I'm coming to you from my mom's computer and her built-in webcam because I have been trying to do a video on my computer for hours. Like literally it's 9:20 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time, and I've been working on a video since 3 in the afternoon. I don't know what's wrong with my computer right now. It wasn't letting me use my editor at all. My editor kept freezing while I was editing. I took an hour to edit, and then I was almost done, and it froze, and so I had to restart my computer. And it did that to me like 5 times, and then I finally got it to the point where I could save it, and right before I would save it, it would freeze, and I did that about 3 times. Finally got it to save, was really excited, and then apparently my computer was unplugged, so it died right before it saved, and that made me incredibly angry. So I started saving it again, and it froze, and I had to restart it, and now it's saving, and it is at 99% rendered and saved right now, and it has been at 99% for the last 40 minutes. It just won't hit 100% so I can save it and upload it to YouTube. So I decided to bite the bullet and make a video on my mom's computer so I could have something to you within the next hour. And if that video ever actually works, I will put it up on my personal channel so you can see what I had originally intended to post today. But for now, I guess I will just say basically what I said again. So we're talking about ritual clothing and nudity, and nudity, I have to pronounce it with all the consonants in there. And I suppose I'll start by talking about nudity, since that's a topic that not a lot of people like to talk about generally. I happen to be a fan of nudity in general and in magical practice. However, I personally don't do it very often for ritual because, number one, I'm a freeze baby, and if I don't have layers of clothing on at any given time, I'm just too cold, and especially if I'm doing an outdoor ritual, I don't want to be outside and uncomfortable for long periods of time because I'm too cold, or I'm getting bitten up by bugs, or what have you. So I do practice skyclad like in my room if I'm doing a ritual, because I keep my room nice and warm because I really like higher temperatures. So I sometimes work skyclad in my room where I know that no one else can see and I'll be warm enough and I'm not going to be bitten up all the time. But most of the time I do wear some sort of clothing. So that brings me to the clothing aspect of this topic. And I don't have ritual clothing that is specifically only for ritual, and I never wear it like in the everyday world. So anything that I wear in ritual is something that is just an everyday part of my wardrobe, and I wear it at other times as well. So generally it's just something comfortable, and I prefer skirts for ritual just because it makes me feel a little bit more magical or connected in some way. And I actually, in my video I showed you my favorite skirts, but now they're in there, so I'm not going to show them to you. But I have a purple cotton flowy sort of just below the knee skirt that I got from Gypsy Rose, which is like a lavender purple type color, which is my favorite color, you know, purple. And I have a long green silk skirt that I got at a garage sale like last summer. So those are some of my favorite skirts that I would wear. And tops, it could be anything like this, just a light tank top, or it might be something like with a fairy or a dragon on it, just to feel a little bit more magical than just an everyday t-shirt or something like that. But generally it's nothing too fancy. I might put on something fancier if I feel like it, like I have hippie dresses and Indian articles of clothing sort of that are fancier and embroidered and things, and I don't wear those every day, but in the summer I do, or especially when I go to the medieval fair I do. I have a crown that I wear at the medieval fair, which I again showed you in my video that won't upload. So I wear a crown sometimes if I want to, but I also wear that to the medieval fair all the time, so that's not a strictly ritual thing. I don't have jewelry that I only wear for ritual either. I just wear whatever my favorite stuff is. Currently these are my 2 favorites. And I pretty much just do whatever's comfortable, whatever I feel like Annie said. So nothing too special. I understand why some people would like to feel fancier or dress more magically for a ritual to kind of get you in that mindset, but I don't think it's necessary. I think if you can feel perfectly comfortable in what you've been wearing all day, go for it. But I also know that some people don't like to spend the whole day in their business suit or their scrubs or their A-line skirts or anything like that. Hi, Sierra. And so you might choose to come home and change out of that into something else. And so I think it's whatever kind of makes you feel at home or comfortable. Hi. And that'll work for you. So that's pretty much what I have to say about ritual clothing and nudity. I think it's okay in any sense, whatever you feel like doing. Hi. And that's what I do. And tonight is the solstice. Well, today is the solstice. Actually, the sun is already down. But last night it was raining really hard here, so we couldn't do a bonfire last night. And I wanted to stay up till dawn and start something then, but it was pouring down rain. So tonight we're having some people over to do a bonfire and a drum circle. So I hope you all had a blessed solstice, and I will see you in July, because next week is a subs week, and by then you will all know who the new subs are. I'm sorry it took so long, but there are a lot of us, and we had to watch a lot of videos and then vote on them. So just a little bit more patience, and then you'll have that new information. So that was Artemis, one of our dogs. So I will see you in July. Thank you very much for watching. Artemis says goodbye, and blessed be.